I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So this morning me and Lauren have travelled up to North Wales to visit Hampson's classic car auctions. Now it's currently hosted at Mavericks, which is a bike cafe. There's loads of cars here, so let's have a wander around and see what is for sale today. Here's the first classic car to get the ball rolling. This is a 1956 Ford console. Lovely interior. Just reading up on this console, apparently it's only ever come out for weddings and TV appearances. Check out the old retro Speedo. The car's showing just 36,000 miles and it's had 2 owners from new. And the estimate on the console is £10,000 to £12,000.
£7,500 for the second time, third and last, all done then at 7,500. Goes provisionally online.
If you've watched these auction videos before, you'll know that me and Lauren just get drawn to minis somehow. Just really like them. This one is a 1966 Austin Mini Countryman. Very red interior, but I just love that because it's old school. It's got 76,000 miles on it. I love this Countryman. I haven't actually seen one of these minis for sale at auction, but it's got its decorative woods at the back. Just reading up a bit of history about the Mini Countryman, and it actually lived on the Isle of Man for a while, and it was in a museum for 5 years. Little 850cc engine. The estimate is £12,000 to £14,000.
7,800 twice, third and final time, making the call at £7,800. Goes in the front here, 7,800.
I thought I'd lost Lauren for a minute, but she's just checking out all the minis. First of all, she looked at this one, which is a 1997 Rover Mini Cooper. It's a fairly later one. You can sort of tell it's a later one, just modern theme with the dashboard. Got an airbag in there now. Pretty big seats for a Mini. Signs of welding in the boot of the Mini, but what classic car hasn't been welded? I think it's a fairly decent example. There are slight bits on it that would need attention, like this door starting to go. This wing as well, just looking a little bit scabby there. Same with the scuttle. For £3,000 to £5,000 estimate, I think you could make this into a really nice Mini. It's going to need a bit of work. This door's gone as well. As you can see, just starting to bubble up there. 1275cc injection engine. It does actually say in the description that it's had a new alternator, it's had new rear shocks, disc pads. It's had apparently £3,500 spent on it recently on maintenance bits. But as I say, £3,000 to £5,000 really ain't bad for that.
2,300 for the second time, third and last, all done at 2,300.
We have found another Mini. Now this one is a 1978 British Leyland's Mini Clubman. It originally started as a 998cc Clubman with an automatic transmission, but in the 1990s the original drivetrain was taken out and a 12750 engine with a manual gearbox was put in. It's really annoying, but this Mini isn't actually open, but it's got some big old bucket seats in there. The passenger floor pan, there's quite a few holes in it. It does say in the description that the floors need some work. So it's another project Mini, but from the outside it looks alright. Even though the inside's all locked up, we've managed to open the bonnet. Looks alright under here. Not much signs of any rust. Anyway, the most exciting thing about this Mini is this is no reserves.
£5,000 twice, third and last we sell, 2 I sale room bidder at £5,000. Sold.
Check it out. 1963 Lotus Cortina. This isn't a original UK car. It's come from abroad, but it was imported in 1980 and it's only had 2 owners since then. First thing that strikes me is this leather seats. They just look in real good condition. Not sure if they're completely original, whether they've been re-upholstered. Either or, it looks really nice in here. The mileage is only 76,000 miles. This car actually had a comprehensive restoration back in 2013, and it shows because it's in real good condition. The estimate is 34 to 38,000.
£27,000 for the second time, third and final time for 27,000. Jamie with your bidder, £27,000, provisionally online.
We do love a Ford. I've just spotted this RS 1600i. Gotta love them seats. Big old bolsters on them. This Escort has only done 95,000 miles and it's just had a fresh ticket put on it, so it's got MOT until February 2024. Just looking around the engine bay of the Mark III Escort. Down here by the battery tray is a real common place to rust, but this one is extremely clean. Injection engine, CVH. Now this Escort is said to be one of just 820 RS 1600i's in black, and I wonder how many of them 820 are left. Probably not many. The estimate on the RS 1600i is 16 to 18,000 pounds.
19,000 twice, third, and that's 2 iPhone bidder at 19,000. Sold.
We've just come across this 1984 Sierra, which has had a Cosworth V6 engine conversion. Let's have a look inside. Fairly bog standard in here. Good condition though. That is definitely pretty snug in there. It's not often you can make these old classic engine bays look small, but that engine definitely has. The overall condition of the Sierra isn't the best, but I think that's part of the beauty. It's a bit of a sleeper, dare I say it. And the best thing, which I always love about auctions, is this is a no reserve, so whatever the hammer price is, that's what it's going to sell for.
£6,500 for the second time, third and final time it goes at £6,500. Sold, £6,500.
Now this is definitely a classic car. 1931 Ford Model A Coupe. MOT exempt, obviously, but yeah, very well presented left-hand drive model. Big old thing, isn't it? Soon to be 100 years old and it looks this good. It's got a no reserve again, so we'll wait and see what this goes for.
Second time at £9,000. Third and final time then on the Hampson's platform, it sells at £9,000. Sold.
I found another stunning Mini, but look at the rear parcel shelf area. It's had the Union Jack stitched in. It's a lovely touch. This Mini actually started life as a 998cc Mayfair. I'm not quite sure what engine it's got in there now. All the Mini lovers can tell me in the comment section below. One thing I do absolutely love though is these little leather straps. Just add such a nice touch. I didn't even really notice. It's got fog lights mounted inside the grille. It's got LED lights at the front. All of the modifications on this are just really subtle and they work really well. Unfortunately, this is another one that's locked, so you can't see inside, but it's got all the interior that's been re-upholstered. It's got a touch screen in it. Yeah, really nice Mini this is. The Mini is MOT'd until May this year, and the estimate is £6,000 to £8,000.
4,800 twice, third and last at 4,800. Goes provisionally in the front. He's buying a fleet of Minis.
Right, how is this for a project? Don't let the interior put you off. As you can see, floor pan on the driver's side looks nice and solid. So does the passenger one. Yeah, it might not look 100% right now. There's no major signs of big holes or rust. Now a lot of you would have recognised that is the inside of a Mark I Escort. This one being a 1970, first thing you start noticing is lines like this. Compare it to this side. Must have had a bit of bodywork done to it, but overall I don't think it looks in bad condition. It's got his Vauxhall engine in here, and I'm mainly looking at the structure, to be honest, and it actually looks alright. You've had both the strut tops that have been repaired. It doesn't look too good. It's all been rippled there. Probably have to redo them, but for the best part it's not rotten under here. And there is the big 2 litre red top Vauxhall engine. I'm not quite sure if it's running or not, but it looks like everything's there, so you'd have to check with the auction house, whether this is running or not. As you can see, no door cards, no glass here. It's fair to say it's an unfinished project. Now, I know I've had a brief look around this, but for an estimate of £13,000 to £15,000, I really do think like you've got like 10 grand to play with there. It's still going to be worth 30 grand at the end of it, so I think that's a good estimate, and I'm interested to see what this goes for as a project car.
Third and final time then to our online bid this time at £9,500. Goes provisionally online, that is at £9,500.
Another Mini, yep, you guessed it. Now this is a left-hand drive Mini. This one is a 1275 GT. Apparently it's had the same owner from new, and it's believed to be one of 3 left-hand drive examples remaining. Just having a browse around the Mini, and it actually looks in really good condition bodywork wise, and that'll be because it spent most of its life in sunny Italy. I'm not quite sure when it came over to the UK, but yeah, it's really nice. Really good to see the boot hasn't been welded. It's nice and solid in there. Loving a little steering wheel. The Mini's only estimated £9,000 to £11,000. Just need to convert it to right-hand drive now.
7,300 for the second time. Third and final time at £7,300. Goes your way, sir, provisionally.
Some of you viewers will instantly recognise this interior. The interior is all there, apart from the headlining. Bit odd, but the headlining has been ripped out. The Escort looks in really good condition. It's only done 31,000 miles, but unfortunately in 1999 it was a Cat D write-off. Now I am old enough to remember Cat D and Cat C write-offs, and I'm pretty sure a Cat D was a non-structural write-off, so that would be a Cat N today. The Escort is really presentable. Looking in the battery tray again as well, there's no signs of rust at all. Looks like the engine's been restored, or at least painted up. Can see some slight upgrades as well. It's got a alley radiator as well as a alley intercooler. Anyway, pretty exciting that it's at this auction because it's a no reserve, so whatever the hammer price is, that's what it's going for.
The second time at £8,200. Third and final time I sell at £8,200. Your car, sir, £8,200. Well done.
Now this is one of the main reasons we came up here this weekend to Hampson Auctions, because I saw this Mark 1 Fiesta. I couldn't not check this out. It's a no reserve, a 1979 Mark 1 Fiesta 1.1, same owner since 1982, got 71,000 miles on the clock. Oh, it literally smells like my dad's Mark 1 Fiesta. This is lovely. Yeah, brown interior, brown dash, rear bits here by the arch, they always go. That one's looking a tiny bit scabby, but the arch itself and the seal looks alright. Down here looks alright as well. A few marks coming through, but you know what, looking down the side of this car, that is straight. There's hardly no car park dings in that at all. Here's its 1.1 engine, looking nice and original. Got to check all in these inner wings for rust and that. Looks all good over that side as well, nice and solid. Let's go and check out that battery tray. Battery tray looks like it might have had a slight bit of work, but not much. No real obvious signs of rust on the bonnet either. Also says in the description that it's been garaged and looked after most of its life. Only slight bit that's a little bit rough is this bit here, but might need a little bit of welding, or it just might need some attention. It's done 71,000 miles and it's a no reserve, so let's find out what this goes for, and hopefully I can keep my hands in my pockets.
At £3,600 for the second time. Third and final time on sale, this time at £3,600. Sold.
Moving from the Mark 1 Fiesta, which my dad owns, onto a Mark 2 Escort, which I've got at home as well. Now this one is a 1975 Escort 1600 GL. It's a South African import. Lauren's just checking out the back. She wants to see what mine looks like with the original seats in it, and that's what it'll look like. Nice dash. Pretty sure they're the gear clocks. Neat looking 1600 crossflow. Been repainted in the original blue Ford colour, it looks like. That bowl has had a hard life. I'm not sure why, but it like tucks in. But yeah, overall the engine bay looks very presentable. It's nice to see that quite a lot of the bits have been refurbished in here. The estimate on the South African Mordor Escort is £7,000 to £9,000.
4,000 twice, third and last. Look at the car. All done, 4,000. Provisional, 4,000.
Now, we did look at that Mark 1 Escort over there a little while ago, and now we're moving on to another Mark 1 Escort. And I think this one is just completely different. Let me show you the detail that's gone into this build, and then we'll see if it's worth the estimate. Look at that. OMP bucket seats, full bolt-in roll cage. It's all stripped out, but you can see the floor pans, which is ideal for an auction. And something I spotted online, which I think is really cool, for like rally cars and that, you got these like jacking points for the outside of the vehicle. You jack it up and you can slot in your axle stands there. This Escort has got bubble arches on it, big bubble arches, but I think they're metal, I'm not sure. Now, one of the reasons why this Mark 1 Escort is in such good condition is because it's only done 300 miles since it's been rebuilt. This has got a 1700 crossflow engine in it. Now we've looked around the Mark 1 Escort, you can all let me know in the comment section below. Do you think it's worth 18 to 22,000? Me personally, I think it's worth slightly more than that.
£18,000 for the second time, third and final time in the hall, this time at £18,000. Goes your way, sir, 18,000. Just need to make a call on that.
Just come out to another section here, looking around this 1973 Volkswagen T2 pickup. Cool thing with a roof rack on top. Don't think it's open though. Oh no, it is. It is open. Left hooker. Interior is very presentable. Door cards look nice and fresh along with the seats. There's the air-cooled engine. It's done 86,000 miles. As I say, it needs a bit of paintwork, but no real rust. Estimated 10 to 12,000 £.
For the second time at £8,500. Third and final time then, if you're all done, at £8,500. 8.5 goes provisionally online.
Now this is a bit of my cup of tea, to be honest. It's a 1995 Ford Fiesta. It's only done 38,000 miles. I think someone's either recently sprayed this or had the machine polisher on it. Overspray, or maybe the mop's gone over that to make it blue. The arches actually look really good, which on these Fiestas, they're always rotten. Interior in the Mark III Fiesta, it's pretty standard, but it's tidy. Hasn't been messed about with or anything. Looks like a genuine example. And it's got a sunroof. Anyway, the 2-lady owner Mark III Fiesta is a no reserve, so let's wait and see what that sells for.
Second time at 800, third and final time it goes at £800. Sold for £800.
Now, people do tell me to stop looking at Fords, and I have. I'm currently inside a BMW E36. I'm not quite sure what it is about the E36s, I just really like the look of it. I don't think this one's anything special apart from the history. It's only actually done 15,000 miles and had 3 owners since new. Just looking around the engine bay, this is a 318IS. All you Beamer people will have to let me know what all of that means. The only thing I can take off of that is it's a 1.8 engine. It's got MOT until the end of November this year, and the estimate is £6,000 to £8,000.
Any further interest? Second time at £5,200. Third and final time at £5,200. Goes £5,200 provisionally online.
Nice little hot hatch here with its unique red carpet. Check that out. That's a proper retro hatchback. It's a 1990 Peugeot 205 GTI. It's only done 56,000 miles and it's MOT'd until August 2023. This is the immaculate engine bay they were talking about in the description. It really is immaculate. 1.6 GTI engine. Really do like that. The estimate is £12,000 to £14,000.
Second time at £15,000. Third and last it goes at £15,000. Sold here.
There we go, guys, that rounds off our day here at Hampson Classic Car Auction. And I've got to say, I really enjoyed it. There's a wide selection of cars. There was only 70 lots, but it felt like there was 200 lots because I was just interested in so many of the cars. A few that stuck out to me were definitely the Mark 1 Fiesta. That was really clean condition, didn't look like any major signs of rust. It was all undersealed underneath. A little bit more of a later Fiesta was the Mark III. That was really cool to look at, and it only went for £800. That was a hammer price. I really liked both of the Mark I Escorts as well, and as I say, there's just so many different cars that I liked. If I went through all of them now, I'd just be listing what you've already watched. I do want to quickly mention that there are no seller's fees at this auction. So here at Hampson Auctions, if you put your car into the auction, you don't have to pay a thing. I'm pretty sure you get 100% of the hammer price. But if you buy a car from here, the fees apply. So that's 12.5% of the hammer price. And then you've got to pay VAT on top of that as well. So I think that's fairly standard throughout most of the auctions we've been to. But honestly, the best thing about this auction is the atmosphere. I had quite a few people come up to me and said they watched the channel and that, and I really appreciate it. I've got some offers to go and see other cars and whatnot. But we talked to Zach earlier. I believe he's the owner or one of the owners, but it's a family run business. It's been going for years, and yeah, they do their classic car auctions here at Mavericks, but they've also got a really special auction that they do once every year, I think. I'll leave all the details to their upcoming auctions and also the one at Alton Park for you guys to check out. But yeah, there we have it. Massive thank you to the guys up at Hampson Auctions for being so welcoming. And if you did enjoy this video, please give it a like, and if you like what you see, subscribe to the channel to see more. Thank you for watching, and until the next one, we'll see you guys later.